guys, it's Micah, and welcome to another Let's Play of Journal. So this game is, really depressing. It touches on a lot of topics that are just really touchy for some people, including myself. They hit really close to home, and it's something I wasn't really expecting from this game. But mainly because the description of this game, from when I last looked at it anyway, didn't really state that it touched on these things. It was just like, hey, play this game. You walk around as a girl and talk to people. And it was like, well, I like the style of it, so I'll play it. And it ended up being really deep and touching and really and touches on stuffs. And yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to end, because they just threw that curveball at me that I was not expecting last time. So yeah, let's just go. This will probably be the last one too, because we've only got like one more day left in the journal, I think. Yeah, just one more day. Just one more day. This is gonna be nuts. Honey, I'm sorry, but you really need to go to the hospital today. Hospital? Why am I going to the hospital? Something wrong with me? Why? What's wrong? It might be your last chance, sweetie. Last chance at what? What do you mean? I know you don't like talking about it. Believe me, I don't either, but it's serious now. If you don't go today... What's serious? What are you talking about? What? I can't do this anymore. I'm just trying to hold everything together here. I want to be strong for you, but I'm falling apart. You've been making it so difficult. Oh yeah, blame the child. That's a really good route to go down. That's not fair. I haven't done anything wrong. Nothing wrong? Breaking windows? Cheating on tests? Stealing? Oh, you knew about all that? I thought you just knew about the stealing. How'd you find out about all that? I've been really trying. I thought you understood what this has been like for me. I want to be here for you. I understand why you're lashing out, but it's so selfish. Don't you know this is hard for me too? And that's why parents should seek counselors and not really talk to their kids when it comes to their problems, because then that just makes the kid feel even worse, and it really, really doesn't help anything at all. Like, kids are supposed to be selfish, at least a little bit, because, well, that's just how it is when you're a kid. When you're an adult, you don't really get that anymore, but you get that with age. Like, don't throw this on this poor little girl. Just... I want to be apologetic, but I also am like, the fuck? Like, you don't just... And why the hospital? I'm confused. Why are you throwing this all in my face now? I don't know what's going on anymore. Look, I didn't mean to snap at you. Everyone knows how difficult this is for you. For all of us. What do you want me to do? Please, just go to the hospital today. I know you don't want to, but do this for me. I don't want you to regret that you never did. What's with this hospital thing? Like, why the fuck does she have to go to the hospital? There is no need for her to go to the hospital. She's not mentally ill to the point where she's harming herself in really serious ways. In, like, death ways. And that's normally what they take you in for hospital stuff. And she's not, like, physically injured either. There is literally no point to going to the hospital. None. What? Just tell her to go see a counselor. Like, that makes more sense than this.
Mum told me I had to go to the hospital. I've been putting it off for a while, but I just didn't want to face it.
Face what? Oh, it's raining. Why is it raining? Oh no, John's gone. The charity's locked up. The homeless guy's gone. Trevor's not there, and the post office is locked up. Is anyone else around? Trevor's not there. Keith's not there. Catherine's not there. Elena's not there. Teacher ain't around. Oh jeez, I am too much transferring around. No one's in there like usual. Anne's not around. Still can't go into classroom 3. No one is around. What's going on? This priest dude? Priest dude isn't even around. There's still Grandma, which I can't do anything with. Dad's not home yet. I somehow got into his apartment flat thing. That's real smart, leaving the doors unlocked. No one's around. Am I schizophrenic? Is that the thing? Is that what's going down here? That I'm schizophrenic? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, everyone's here. Catherine. Oh, you're here, finally. What are you doing here? My mom said I should probably come down here and say something. Say what? I don't know. I mean, like, sorry for your loss or whatever, but I don't know what I can do about it. Loss of what? Yeah, don't worry about it. And listen, I guess I'm kind of sorry about the way I've been lately. For ages, really. I haven't noticed that you've been any different. I haven't, but I'm trying to change or something. Amused, concerned. How am I supposed to do this? Concerned. Is everything okay, Catherine? Yeah, it's fine. My parents... Well, it's just, I always thought how I acted was up to me. What are you trying to say? What happened? Just shut up and listen. I've already had to have this talk with like 5 other people. Go on then. I know I've caused trouble for everyone at school in some way or another. I didn't really care at the time, but I won't do it anymore. Or, I mean, I'll try not to. No promises. Okay, that's it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, I should probably go anyway. I'm sure you'll be fine. So that's like good, right? Yeah, thanks.
It was no surprise to me that Catherine was utterly clueless. I couldn't blame her. If things had been the other way round, what would I say?
What is going on? Something is seriously wrong. Mrs. Martin? I don't want you to worry about school for the time being. We all understand this is a difficult time for you. Thanks. I'm sorry I have not been behaving well lately. I don't mean to be that way. It's fine. No one's judging you. Someone your age shouldn't have to face something like this. Oh god, what is going on? I wish I wasn't. I know. I'm truly sorry. Believe it or not, I do actually know what you're going through. Really? But why? I probably shouldn't tell you this, but Oh, no, what? A few years ago I got pregnant. There was a complication and I lost the baby. Oh, that's awful. Are you okay now? I won't lie to you. It's taken a long time for me to come to terms with it. But yes, I'm fine now. You will be too eventually, even if it doesn't feel like it. Am I pregnant? It seems unlikely, because I couldn't even get the person who I had a crush on in order to like me. So, what's going on?
I had no idea Mrs. Martin had lost a child. I don't know why, but it helped to be reminded I'm not the only person to go through something like this.
Something like what? Hi, Anne. Are you going to be okay? I don't know. I guess so. Sorry, I've never really had anything like this happen to me. I don't know what to say. Don't worry, I understand. No one wants to talk. No. Excuse me. No one wants to talk about it. No one knows what to say. I mean, I guess we don't want to make things worse somehow. Nothing anyone could say could make this worse. I suppose not.
Anne wanted to help, but she couldn't. No one could. It was long past the point where anyone could.
What is going on? Hi, Keith. Hey, how you holding up? Not great, to be honest. I understand. I'm sorry. Yeah, everyone seems to be sorry, but I'm not even sure what that means anymore. We just want you to know you're not alone in this. I appreciate the sentiment, but honestly, I am alone. Trust me, I know how it feels. When I lost my dad, it just hurt so much. People wanted to help, but I didn't know how to let them. I know you're trying, but even knowing that, it doesn't help me. I can't stand all the sympathy. I'm sorry you feel like that. I really do appreciate everything you've done for me. I just wish there was a way I could do the same for you. Don't, please, just not right now. Okay, sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Keith means well, but he just makes me feel even worse about everything.
Then why'd you have a crush on him? Oh, Jesus fuck, what's going on here? Can I go past the hospital? Oh, I can. Should I? Hey, Trev. Hey, I'm so sorry about all of this. It really sucks. Yeah, it really does. It's not gonna help anything, but I've done the first 6 pages of the comic. You can read it later if you want. Really? I'd like that. Yeah, I'm actually really excited for you to see it, once you're back at school or whatever. So am I. I know I'm probably not who you'd usually go to about stuff like this, but I'm around if you ever want to talk. Thanks, Trevor. You're not as bad as everyone says you are, honestly.
I guess I'd always been dismissive about Trevor, but he was the only one of my friends who seemed to understand what I was going through.
Hi. I'm so sorry, my child. I know that times like this can test even the strongest of us. I just don't know how to deal with any of this. Maybe you shouldn't be trying to deal with it. Just accept that we must at times face deep sadness. And then what? In time, the sadness will pass, and you will move on with your life. But don't try to rush this process. Just let it happen. That's not very reassuring. At times such as these, there is often no particular solution, no quick fixes to make things better.
I thought the priest would have something to say that made me feel better about everything. But instead, he made me feel like this would go on forever.
John, she'll be alright, kiddo. It'll all be fine. It has to be. She? Who could it be? Thanks, and I'm sorry if I've said things lately, things that I shouldn't have. Don't worry about it. No matter what anyone says, they know you're going through a rough time. I wish I could do things over. Don't fill your head with regrets. Life will always throw crap at you. You've just got to deal with it best you can. I just feel like I've made so many bad choices. The real kicker is, even if you made different choices, it probably wouldn't change the outcome. I don't know about that. The toughest thing about life is realizing how much of it is out of our control. It's not all down to making the right choice or the wrong one. That's what hurts the most. Thanks, John, for everything.
John told me it wasn't my fault. I wanted to believe him, but I just wanted so hard to turn back the clock.
Oh man, what's going on? Elena, what are you doing here? I know this has been tough for you. I've tried to be a good friend, to be there for you during it all. I know I haven't always been a good friend. Honestly, you've been a terrible friend, and I've been letting you get away with it for so long. I can't do it anymore. Really? You're going to sell you all this to me at a time like this? I know it's not fair, but I just can't put up with it anymore. I'm not your doormat. Great. Thanks. I'm sorry. I really do hope she'll be alright. I hope you'll be alright. But I just can't be there for you. Fine.
I lost Eleanor as a friend that day. I was so angry at her. I wanted to blame her for it, but it was my fault.
I think I'm gonna go in the hospital and find out what the hell's going on. There's a carnival on her desk. Oh no. Can I help you? Yeah. I mean, I think so. My mother told me I had to come today. Oh, that's right, of course. Just head straight through. She's in the private room at the back. How is she? Is your mom not coming with you? It might be best if we all discussed it together. No. She never tells me anything anyway. Well, I'm just not sure we should talk without your mother present. I need to know. Alright. Since your mother sent you here, I suppose I should tell you. So, how is she? Right now, she's the most critical patient in the hospital. What's wrong with her? She has a bad infection. Her lungs have been filling with fluid and she's having trouble breathing on her own. What are you doing to fix it? You are fixing it, right? We've got her on a respirator to take the pressure off her lungs for now, but we're still waiting on tests so that we know for sure what the infection is. She's on general antibiotics at the moment, but we won't know what course of drugs to give her until we get the results back. She's going to get better, though, isn't she? I really can't say one way or the other, but we're doing everything we can. You need to understand, even if she does recover, she's not going to be exactly like she was before. She'll need a lot of help. I'd do anything to help her. I'm sure you would. I'm sorry I couldn't give you better news, but it's part of the job. I can only give you the facts as much as I might like to dress them up. It's okay. I'm glad you were honest with me. Adults never are, not even with each other. It doesn't feel like anyone ever tells the truth.
I wanted the nurse to tell me everything was going to be fine, but I appreciated her honesty. Everyone is always too worried about upsetting me to simply tell me the truth.
But who is in the room? These are all carnival people? Dad? I can't. Are you okay? I wasn't there. I should have been there. Please, Dad, you're scaring me. I'm sorry for this. For everything. It's not your fault, Dad. Of course it is. She was our responsibility. We're to blame for this. Don't be like this. You know you couldn't have changed anything. If I'd been there, maybe it would have turned out differently. Step out of this, Dad. I need you. I'm sorry. I've not been there for you. For either of you. You've done your best. It wasn't enough. You should go in. You should see her.
I never thought I'd see my father like this. He'd always been so strong in spite of everything. To see him so broken was a shock.
What's he all broken up about, though? A car accident? Are you sure you two are okay? Yes, nothing hit us. My God, what am I going to do? They're going to take good care of her. You could ride with them in the ambulance, but I'd recommend you take your other daughter home first. Other daughter? Other daughter? There's two of us? I can't lose her. She means everything to me. I thought these things were supposed to be safe. Yeah? Accidentally waking the roommate, and she has to get up at like 4:30 in the morning to make a 9-hour trip to Regina. Smart. Alright. Okay. Please, ma'am, just take your daughter home and then head to the hospital. They will do everything they can.
That day at the carnival was like a dream. It was all too much to process. I couldn't accept that any of it was really happening.
Oh no, the carnival and the stories. Oh God, no. Are you sure you two are okay? Okay,
that day at the carnival was like a dream.
Oops.
That day at the carnival
Oops.
was like a dream. It was all too much to process. I couldn't accept that
The
any
end
of it
of
was
Grace.
really happening.
I know, voices.
They called her Lady Grace, but in truth, she was the big boss. Nothing happened at the carnival without her approval. When she inherited the carnival from her father, it already had a grand reputation. Under her leadership, it would become so much more. She demanded that everyone who walked through the gates would find something that would amaze, excite, or delight them. There had been a few accidents, but nothing serious. She managed every aspect of maintenance carefully and fired anyone who didn't. She was always calm and decisive. No matter how bad things got, she always had a plan to fix whatever problems arose. Until the day the big wheel fell.
What?
Only one cart had come loose, and later she was told the damage was so subtle it would have been impossible to spot beforehand. However, that cart had been occupied. A young girl had ridden alone while her mother and sister waited at the bottom.
Oh no.
To any other carnival, a single blameless death might not have been the end. However, their renown worked against them.
She had a sister. I
Seeing
had
all
a
their
sister.
bookings were being cancelled, and it hit everyone hard, especially Lady Grace. She gathered everyone together for one final meal, to remember the good times, to celebrate what they had achieved, to say goodbye.
I had a sister and she's gone. 'Cause it wasn't a car accident. Oh my god, I'm walking.
What's written on the pages of my journal is not a chronicle of my life. None of these moments really happened like this, but this is how I remember them now.
What? What? Where am I going?
Looking back at my childhood, it's hard to understand why I said the things I did. I didn't understand how they would affect the people around me.
What? What's going on?
Every choice I remember opens a door to a different world. A dream of how things might have been if I'd made better choices. Been a better person.
What?
When I tore out those pages, I thought I could write a new story. A second chance when I'd lost all hope. A better history than the one that actually happened.
Oh no. What's going on?
In this new reality, we'd still be together. We'd be happy. But eventually, I had to wake up.
Oh,
This is
no.
the day my sister died.
Oh. Oh. I'm sorry. I haven't been to visit in a while. I wanted to be strong, like you. I wanted to sit by your bed until you were better. I'm not strong, though. Seeing you like this, it's too much for me. When it happened, it was like the whole thing was just a dream. I didn't know what to think. I couldn't believe it was real. Mom didn't want to let me see you at first. I was so scared. Nobody would tell me what was happening. But when I first saw you lying there, I thought everything would be fine. You looked fine. I just tried to convince myself that you were going to get better. That's what people do in hospitals, right? One day they'd tell me you'd improved, but the next they'd say you were worse again. Eventually, I asked Mom to stop telling me how you were. I stopped coming to see you. I'm sorry. It was selfish, and I don't like how it made me feel. But now, they don't want to say it, but they're losing you. You're going to be gone soon. It feels like you've already been gone for a while, like my sister died at the carnival, and this is just a body that's been hanging around ever since. I've been lying to myself every day, tricking myself into thinking my life could just go on as if nothing was happening. It's easy. Nobody else wants to talk about you either. If I mentioned you, they barely respond, or just change the subject. They're all carrying on like normal, but I'm falling apart. They say they're there for me, but they don't mean it. I feel so alone in all this. You were the only person I could ever talk to about stuff like this. And now you're... Mom sent me here so I could say goodbye. But I can't do it.
See you around, sis.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry I lied to you. I didn't tell you about her. About how amazing she was. I should have used our time together to explain to you just how caring and generous she was.
What?
I'm not saying she was perfect, but she was a better person than I could ever be. She made me who I am, and by pretending she didn't exist, I've betrayed her. I'm still selfish. I built a dream world for myself, a place where I only had to worry about my own problems and forgot about everyone else's. Maybe I've not changed that much since I was a kid. I could have said thousands of words about her, and you'd still not know her like I did. You'd never understand what she meant to me, or why. I want to tell you that I think about her every day, but that wouldn't be true either. Some days it's easier to just focus on what's in front of me than remember the sadness eating away at me. I want to tell you that the memories I have of her are of the good times we shared, but remembering her face brings me pain. It reminds me how empty, how alone I feel without her. I want to tell you that it's become easier over time. Maybe it has, but every time I wake up from dreams about her, it's like losing her all over again. She would be so proud to see how far I've come. I couldn't have done it without her. I hate that she couldn't see what she gave me. I know I'm not special. We all lose people, and although I'd lost people before, losing her hurt me in a way I can't put into words. Many of our struggles in life make us stronger, but this broke me down. It gave me wounds that might never heal, scars that might never fade. I'm a weaker person now. Maybe that's how it should be. I wish I had some final, clever thought to end with. One that might make you understand what all this was about. But all I have is me. A broken, messed up person, trying to struggle through a life that doesn't make sense. That's just who I am.
Oh man. I definitely know that feel of being a broken, messed up person who's just struggling through life. And I know that I'm gonna be that kind of person, even more so, and understand what this pain is when someone I am closest to in my life will die. Like my grandma. She's fine and healthy right now, but she won't be forever. It's gonna kill me when she dies, 'cause it's inevitable. I'm gonna be like this, probably. Man, I didn't think this game was gonna get so deep. Like, I thought the divorce and grandma death was deep. I wasn't expecting this kind of deep. Breaking the fourth wall kind of deep. And, like, the whole sister thing blew me out of the water. And this wasn't really a happy ending either. I guess that's what life is, though. Life isn't a happy ending. It's just a journey. And then an end at one point or another. But for Elena to not be there for someone who she was friends with for so long when her sister died, and her sister was in an accident, regardless of how her friend was acting during the time because of her loss and the fact that she was so upset and didn't know how to deal, and that's just unbelievable. I wouldn't know how to feel if one of my friends ever did anything like that. Well, this has been Journal. Shorter video than I was expecting, but the ending just blew me out of the water. And oh my god. I need to play a fun game after this. A fun game that doesn't have any sort of seriousness to it whatsoever, because obviously this game was... oh man, it's incredible, but it holds such a sad tale. Wow. Good job, Locked Door Games. That was incredible. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Whatever the next one may be. Micah signing out.